Kathleen, are you ready to go with your presentation?
I think so. Let me give it a screen share here for a second. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Ancient Alien season 16 premiere, which started on November 13th, and maybe you saw it. It continues. The first episode was about the number 12, which is a mystical number for the universe. For many outside the scientific community, the significance of number 12 through mathematics and physics is at best a pretty vaguely understood piece of trivia. Researchers suggest this number comes up in all aspects of life, in patterns and through history over and over. So let me give you some examples. The number 12 and its derivatives are seen through history and the world, like the Bible has 12s all through it. Just look at Revelations. And then there's the 12 apostles of Jesus, the 12 tribes of Israel, the majestic 12, and then the Islamic sector has the largest Shia group called the Twelvers. And then there's the 12 Knights of the Round Table. And then just for fun, let's throw in the Seahawks as the 12th man. So what about ancient aliens, the archaeology portion of it? Ancient pyramids and monoliths were built using a cuneiform calculator. It's the Sumerian and Babylonian mathematics were based on a sexagesimal or base 60 numeric system. So that would be 5 times 12 equals 60. So why not use 10? It's easier with your 10 fingers, 10 toes. Well, maybe to start with, but as you work on that, the higher the numbers go, you have to start figuring out fractions and you need to put in a decimal point. And then your project could get a little wonky if you don't calculate it quite correctly. So legend has it that the Babylonians and the Sumerians were taught to count by the sky people, or the Anunnaki. They used their thumb and the pads of their hands to count. So this would be the pointer, and it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Either way, however you do it, turns out to be 12, which I thought was pretty interesting. The show has its regulars like Hugh Newman, one of my favorites, because he writes about giants in America and researches monoliths in stone and rock art, like the 12 pillars surrounding the 11,500 monolith in Göbekli Tepe of Southeast Turkey, and Ilkley Moor site in Yorkshire, which has 12 stones in a circle and boasts of strange lights at night. So let me tell you a little bit more about the 6-digit phenomena, or polydactylism. According to ancient myths, giants who walk on the earth had 6 fingers and 6 toes. Maybe there's several reasons for having 6 digits. Maybe it's a birth defect, which is called hexadactyly. But here are some other interesting historical facts of which spiritual meanings of 6 fingers plays a role. There is a tribe called the Warani in Ecuador, and most of the people in this tribe have 6 fingers and 6 toes. Medically, this tribe depicts no major health issues in its generations. So that means no sign of cancer, no high blood pressure, no allergies, no tooth decay. Maybe it's their diet, and maybe something else is at play. One of the studies was done by a Dr. Laddick who worked with a tribe to try and bank some of the genetic cells in order to help those people who had those problems. So for more information, you can check out the New York Times November 1st, 1983 issue. What about repeating patterns in stone? There are rock petroglyphs throughout the Americas. So here I am, I'm in front of petroglyphs from Winnemucca, and this is near Pyramid Lake in Nevada. This site is massive and it's over 14,000 years old, one of the oldest sites in North America. Why were the ancestral natives honoring people with extra digits? New research shows having extra toes or fingers was a revered trait. Petroglyphs show us this reverence in the Chaco Canyon rock art and newspaper rock in Utah and the Valley of Fire in Nevada all show the 6-digit phenomena. While polydactylism certainly does not indicate these are giants or Sasquatch, though that would be fun to think so, these are genetic relations with lost tribes who have an extra digit on both their hands and feet. In ancient culture, it was a belief that a child born with 6 fingers was raised to be a king. Although nowadays it's believed that a person with 6 digits is bound to be a successful person. Well, maybe. Take a look at Kate Hudson and Halle Berry or Oprah Winfrey's toes and judge for yourself. So there are other interesting things in season 16 of Ancient Aliens. Maybe you're more interested in some of the scientific aspects. So Dr. Keku, who is a PhD in string theory, notes, the numbers game is the hottest topic in all of physics. And he says, you can't cram all the forces into 3 dimensions, but maybe 12. Or if you're interested in the music of the spheres, which is based on string theory, or the sub-based atomic particles like neutrons, protons, quarks, or even smaller particles vibrating in harmony, or fast radio bursts known as FRBs, like the one in 2012, FRB 121102, named after the year, the month, and the day. One of the 3 repeating sources that has improved the understanding of this phenomena. Maybe you're interested in the 12 vortexes and the 2012 CERN God particle, or biology, 12 cranial nerves and brain plasticity aspects. And maybe you're just interested in seeing what Giorgio's hair looks like for the season 16 of Ancient Aliens. It's all there for you. Ancient Aliens 16 on Friday nights, the History Channel, or as David Childress would say, makes you wonder. So now I know everybody wants to hear Selma talk and talk about her story, so I'll return it to you.